Hello, welcome to day 7 of the Equestrian Reset. I am Gemma and this is the Equestrian Reset. The aim is to get our bodies moving nice and free, get ourselves a little bit stronger, ready for the season ahead. So this is the 7th day, so let's get cracking. You don't need any props, just a mat. If you've not got a mat, the carpet is fine. So we're going to start standing today. So if you stand up, and we're just going to take a nice big inhale in through the nose. And an exhale out through the mouth. Let's make sure our feet are nice and grounded. So just try and make sure the weight is equally distributed throughout the whole 4 corners of your feet. And we're going to just take a nice big inhale and our arms are going to rise up and overhead. You're going to grab a hold of your left wrist with your right hand and your right wrist with your left hand. And we're just going to hold it up into the air. And then we are going to bend over to the right. Is it pressing out through that left hip? And then we're going to bend over to the left, pressing out through that right hip. And then we're going to go back to center and we're just going to lean back just as far as you can. That's comfortable. And then we're going to come forward. And then we're just going to bend forward slowly, lowering our fingertips to the ground. And when we're here, we can soften our knee. Just let your arms be heavy. And then just going to toe heel your feet in. So your big toes are touching, your heels are apart. And then from this position, your fingertips are going to stay on the ground. Your hips are going to be as low as they are in this position. And then as you lift up with your arms, you're going to try and keep your hips the same distance away from the floor. You're not going to rise up with your hips. So you start to lift up with your arms. That's it. This is called our chair pose. Press down with those hips. That's great. And then I'm going to slowly start to come up to rise. I'm going to lean back again. Super, we're just going to do that once more. So you're just going to start by letting your arms rise, grabbing hold of your wrists. We can do it the opposite way this time. And we're going to bend over to the left. And then over to the right. And then we're going to slowly go backwards. And then we're going to fold forward, slowly bending at the knee, allowing the head to be heavy. And then we toe heel our feet in, so our big toes are together, our heels are apart. And then we start to sink our hips down and press our arms up. See if you can sink those hips a little bit lower this time. And then we relax back down. Okay, let's meet on the mat. So we're going to meet in our tabletop pose. So we're going to put our wrists below our shoulders and our knees below our hips. We're going to tuck our toes under this time. And then we're going to lift up, keeping our core strong, our back nice and straight. We're going to lift up with those knees off the ground. So this is working a little bit of our core. And in this position, if that's okay for you, you're going to work your cat and cow. So it won't be as big a movement. So you're going to inhale, you're going to drop the belly, lift the gaze, everyone goes up. On the exhale, round and contract, chin to chest. So just keep doing those. You will find you will not get as much movement through the back. We're just working a little bit of strength at the same time. And then relax back down. Super. We're just going to put our hands out in front of us, so slightly in front of our shoulders. We're going to tuck our toes underneath, and we're going to lift our hips up and back. So we meet in our downward facing dog. Paddle out the feet, just find a nice comfortable position for you. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to lift our right leg. We're going to bring it up towards the sky, bend at the knee, open up the hip, push down for that left heel. And then you're going to look forward through past your palms, go forward into your plank pose. Bend with your right knee and step your right foot in between your palms. You can lower down with your left knee onto the ground, and then you're going to reach up with those arms up towards the sky, sinking that tailbone down. Watch the curve in your lower back. That's it, really good for your hip mobility, so see if you can sink a little bit lower. And then you're going to take your palms, you're going to put them together at the front of your heart, and then you're just going to twist to the left. You put your right elbow down to the inside of your right knee, press open through your knee and twist a little bit further towards the left. It's great for opening up those shoulders and also getting a deeper stretch through those hips. Palms come back down towards the ground. Then you're just going to reach through and you're going to put your left knee towards the right of your right ankle. So step through, it goes a little bit towards the right, and you sink your hips down onto the ground. So you're now sitting on the ground, and just muddle around so you get your seat bones equal on the ground. So now you're going to grab hold of your right knee of your left arm, and you're going to twist. So your right arm goes out behind you, and you can follow it with your gaze. We're just having a nice deep stretch down the outside of our right leg. Try to keep your seat bones grounded. And then we relax back down. We're going to go onto our back now, so slowly with control, lower down. I'm going to bring up with our knees towards our chest, squeeze them in, and if you can from here, you can stay in this position, or if you want to, you can meet in your happy baby pose. So tailbone stays grounded, you lift up, your knees go towards your armpits, and we just have a little seat in our happy baby. That's it, super. Our feet come back down towards the ground. Our heels come in towards our body. We're going to press up, palms up towards the sky. We're going to press up into our bridge pose, vertebrae by vertebrae peels off, squeeze those glutes, lift up a little bit higher, and then you're just going to raise your right leg up towards the sky, and then relax back down, and then your left leg up towards the sky. Try to keep those hips nice and high, and then relax back down. Roll down with your seat, back onto the mat. You're going to cross at the ankle. You're going to swing your way up. And we're going to meet in our downward facing dog. So go ahead and repeat that on the other side. So palms are in front of your shoulders, and we are just going to tuck our toes under, lift up, press those hips up and back. And then we're going to lift up our left leg, bend at the knee, open up the hip, then step it forward, look forward in between your palms. Step that left leg through, lower down with your right leg, hips sink and arms rise. See if I sink those hips a little bit further. You can look up with your gaze. And then palms come together at the front of the heart, and then we twist to the right. Super. And then palms come back towards the ground, and then we just jump forward with that right leg. Feet bones come to the ground, and we're just going to do our little twist this way. So make sure your seat bones are grounded to start with, and then your right hand is going to take hold of your left knee, and you're going to twist around. On each exhale, see if you can twist a little bit further. Really good. And then we're going to relax back onto our back again, slowly lowering down, and we meet in our happy baby. So if you didn't manage to do the happy baby pose before, have a little go this time. That's it. Really lower that, keep that tailbone grounded. Heart is forwards. And relax those feet to the mat. This is our last chance to have a go at our bridge pose. So heels in towards the body, palms up towards the sky. Start to peel up vertebrae by vertebrae up off the ground. So if you didn't try the leg raises before, let's have a go now. Keeping those hips as they are. Keep pressing up, squeeze those glutes, and lift that right leg up towards the sky. Point those toes. Hold for 3, 2, 1, and relax back down. Lift up, press up a little bit higher over your hips, and then we try again with the left leg rises. Keep that pelvis level. Hold for 3, 2, 1, and relax back down. Super. Let's start to roll back up and meet back up onto the mat, because that is us for the 7th day. So I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please like, comment, subscribe, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Bye.